Per usual, there's a million things we got to go into before this video officially begins. Number one, I think I have the angle a little too high, so there might be a lot of up here space and not enough down here space. I apologize for that in advance, but I'm too lazy to fix it. So next video, there will be an adjustment for that, which should be later today because I got to watch the game. That's the second thing. I haven't watched the Summer League game yet, but from what I saw from the highlights, they played really well and they beat the Knicks, so that's going to be fun to slander them for a little bit. So expect that video later on today. The third thing is this rumor, well, it's not even a rumor. I think it's for real because Royce O'Neal himself was tweeting about it. So I feel like it's real. I feel like it's just, it didn't get a Woj update. It didn't get a Shams tweet. Didn't get a Chris Hayes. It's just Nets beats writers are talking about it. So it's not that I don't believe them, it's just it doesn't have the official stamp of approval, which I feel is a little bit insulting to Royce O'Neal, but that's not here today because there have been some bums that have come across my timeline and I'm why do we care? But Royce O'Neal can't get the tweet. I don't understand it, but that's not here there. You see the title of the video, Royce O'Neal has been re-signed. Again, I want to say allegedly because I think this is real. It's just we haven't had the proper press release yet. And the Nets are really slow about announcing things. They just announced the Dennis Smith Jr. thing, and then they just announced the Lonnie Walker thing. Maybe it's because paperwork has been, I don't know. It's weird to me. But allegedly, Royce O'Neal has signed a long-term extension. I think it's 4 years. I don't know. I gotta look at the tweet again. But I'm pretty sure that this is legitimate. And I might be wrong. I'll take the video down if I am. But Royce O'Neal is going to be with us for the long term, which I think is good. I think is good from the simple standpoint of we need some form of semblance of logic, I'll call it. We need some semblance of logic because ever since the Kevin Durant-Kyrie Irving trade, it's like Jacques Vaughn and half of the Nets fandom has just completely forgot about what we accomplished prior to that trade. Obviously, Kevin Durant going down, stuff was going left. Kyrie Irving was promising that it wasn't going to be the same, seismic collapse as the year prior. It technically was until they started winning games. Then, a game later, Kyrie requested trade, but that's not here or there. But before that, when the Nets went on that crazy win streak, was it 15 games or some shenanigans? Y'all remember, I had the Sergeant hat on, so I was Sergeant Sever. That win streak was crazy. And one of the biggest, I want to say, reasons for that is Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal being in the starting lineup. That man starts, we win games. When Finney Smith came through, and y'all know how I feel about that man. I think he's a good defender. But everything else, I don't really think he contributes anything. I think it's great that he's friends with Dennis Smith Jr. and they can have a little North Carolina country folk possum eating type deal. You go for it. You know what I mean? You embrace that. Embrace the connections. We love to see it. Maybe we can get J. Cole for a halftime show or something. You love to see it. But let's not forget the reason why we went on that win streak to begin with. It was the positive output of Royce O'Neal being 3-and-D to the literal extent. And I just feel like he was one of the people that got lost in the shuffle or lost in the sauce because it was like Jacques Vaughn and some of y'all honestly just completely forgot these people were on the team, and I never understood it. I remembered fondly what happened. We're watching Abby and stuff like that. Seeing him go, it's just strange to me. Letting go of Seth Curry and Joe Harris is insanity to me because, again, and Patty Mills. It was a situation of you got to let go one of them, not both of them. We must really be banking on this alleged Tyler Hero trade because it's what did we retain in that department? Especially with Jacques Vaughn having this mentality of you just got to shoot a million threes. Outside of Mikal on occasions, who is left to shoot the ball? Is Dennis Smith Jr. going to become a half-court three-point assassin? We're really leaning on this metaphorical Damian Lillard trade that man has made it pretty clear he wants to go to Miami, so I don't know what we're holding out hope for here. I don't understand. Like, shout out Spencer Dinwiddie. I think there's an interview with him during the game that I'm about to watch, so we'll discuss that, of course. But it's just, the direction of the team confuses me. So it's just nice to see that at least one of the reasons for our success last season is returning to the team, because it was looking like literally everyone who was on the team is getting shipped away somewhere, and the new shiny toys are here. And I'm not saying that Mikal Bridges is not a foundational piece and a building block and someone that we should be building around. Again, I think it should be Claxton, but I'm fine with doing the Brooklyn Bridges thing. Let's do it. I'm sure the t-shirts are made. Y'all ready to get it off? Like, go for it, right? I'm not saying that doesn't make sense, right? I am simply saying that if your name is not Claxton, it's like if you weren't a part of the team, like pre the KD trade, it's almost as if you don't exist anymore and your value has gone out the window. And we keep talking about it's a rebuild and like this is like the proper way to do it, but you're giving away the players that was a part of the success we had. Like, if Cam Thomas gets released, I've got concerns. We keep talking about, oh, it's a majority of the players coming back. We're just trimming the fat. No, it's the people we traded for who are getting to stay, and the ones who were here prior are getting sent away. We sent Joe Harris to Detroit, and for nothing. I just don't want y'all to have the wool pulled over your eyes and be going for this old heave-ho of this is just continuing stuff from last year. Because this is continuing things after the trade. And the idea that we only lost 2 players, again, Morris and TJ Warren didn't play, so I do not include them. The fact that we lost 2 players, acquired like 5.5, and all of a sudden, the individuals who were here in the beginning are gone. Has anyone heard from Sumner? You see what I mean here? It makes me concerned, because it's like, if we're treating our previous players like this, who were a part of some really good stuff. I mean, I think we got as high as like the 3rd seed or something like that. Maybe even the 2nd. The fact that they're getting let go like this, how am I supposed to have faith that will keep the individuals we're acquiring now? Like, I'm all hyped on Lonnie Walker and Dennis Smith Jr., but who's to say they're not the next role players out the door before they develop into something incredible? Because I mean, I was pretty hype on Watanabe, and now he's gone, right? I thought we were building something with the Seth Curry thing, and now he's gone. Like, and it still remains to be seen what they do with Ben Simmons as well, I might add. Like, they're like name dropping him every now and again, but it remains to see what they do with that man. I want to buy into something. I want to believe in something. I want to be excited about something. But it seems like every team in the league is basically taking the team they basically just had and are just like running it back for the sense of chemistry. Except for 2 teams, the Lakers and us. We are like the 2 teams that have like kept general pieces here and there, but are like overhauling the roster very quietly. I just don't know if that's the right way to go about it. Because they told us last year that this was the team we're sticking with. And again, I know Kyrie and Kevin are gone, but that is 2 people out of the whole team. Now we're doing another rehaul, and you're talking about a core of like 3 people. Again, if your name is not Claxton, Cam Johnson, and Mikal, you don't seem very safe. And you look at other teams, and it's like, I know y'all are going to hate me, and this video is way too long anyway, but it's just like, when the Hawks traded John Collins, like, the league was like, oh my God, they finally did it, because it's like, they've got a core. I despise them, but look at the Knicks. Like, they've got a core of individuals. If they get rid of RJ Barrett, that's going to be a huge deal, right? Like, they've got a core, and they just keep building upon that. I just feel like we're getting sold this, we have a core dream again, and I feel like we've literally been there 3 times now. I don't know. I'm just very skeptical because the Nets have not really given us a reason to not be, if we're being honest. But that's not here there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Shout out to Royce O'Neal. Glad to have you back. Hopefully you get to play. But it is what it is.